Here we go as we start this 3-on-3 matchup.
Don't look now, but this has all the makings of those six-man classics we used to see back in World Class.
Scoop slam. What a forearm!
That was dirty.
Oh, what impact!
Thanks to Raw General Manager Kurt Angle, in May of 2017, the WWE Universe saw a dream team come together when the Hardy Boys joined forces with the Lunatic Fringe Dean Ambrose. The exciting trio took on Sheamus, Cesaro, and The Miz. Truth be told, both Miz and Ambrose blended in with their impromptu tag team partners pretty well.
Oh, nasty impact.
Byron, we always make a point to talk about continuity amongst team members. In the six-man match, where Dean Ambrose teamed with the Hardys against Sheamus, Cesaro, and The Miz, both teams worked very well together. That surprised me, since this was the first time they teamed together. But there was something that night about the lunacy of Dean Ambrose fitting perfectly with the Daredevil Hardy Boys.
I've got to say, I had goosebumps for a week after the Hardy Boys returned to WWE at 2017's WrestleMania. During that six-man on Raw, Team Extreme formed an effective trio with that lunatic Dean Ambrose. After a twist of fate from Matt Hardy, Jeff crushed The Miz with a swanton bomb, and that was all she wrote.
If you recall, guys, when Drew McIntyre first showed up here in 2009, he was anointed the Chosen One. And while it may have been premature back then, I'd say McIntyre is more than living up to it nowadays. You gotta believe this one's over.
As Byron alluded to, Drew McIntyre's initial run in WWE had ups and downs. Running power slam. What a strike. Powerbomb. He's bringing it back inside the ring now.
Powerbomb.
Oh.
Over time, there have been various types of six-man teams that have been successful. There are family trios like the Guerreros, the Grahams, the Andersons, and the Von Erichs. There have been members of factions who have also produced tremendous six-man teams like the Fabulous Freebirds, the Four Horsemen, the NWO, and D-Generation X.
Byron, you mentioned some families and groups that created incredible six-man teams. Talking more about factions, don't forget about the likes of the Hart Foundation, Evolution, the Wyatt family, the Shield, and the New Day. These are only some of the trios who had unbelievable matches against a variety of adversaries.
If we're talking about three-man teams, I need to shout out one of the baddest trios of all time who held the World Six-Man Championship on a number of occasions. I'm talking about the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and the Road Warriors. When the Dream put on the face paint, you knew it was going to be a bad night for their opponents.
Something that is always important in a six-man match is having the ability to perform double-team moves. One of the things that successful six-man teams try and execute are double team moves, and then have the third team member perform a signature or finishing maneuver to deliver maximum impact to an opponent.
Sharp knee.
Teamwork is always paramount in a six-man tag match. Superstars want to be able to have a level of teamwork where two members of the trio perform a double team move, and the third member follows that up with a move so their opponent is really down for the count.
The key is to deliver the maximum amount of punishment to your opponent in the least amount of time. You have until the referee's count of 5. It's not like you have all day in the ring, but if your team of 3 can deliver that type of offense, your trio will be in good shape.
There are times during a six-man tag match where the hostility between two teams overflows. The result is complete chaos, and all 6 superstars duke it out inside, and many times outside the ring. It's complete and total chaos. But if you're one of the legal competitors in the ring during that time, you must return to the ring before the referee's 10 count or risk being counted out and lose the match for your team.
Byron, you talked about the moment in six-man tag matches when all semblance of order breaks down. Many times the two teams are so determined to tear each other apart that they don't pay attention to who the legal person in the ring is or where the referee is in their 10 count. That's a huge mistake.
In the throes of battle, superstars lose their composure, and what was a six-man tag match breaks down into a Pier 6 brawl. And if you don't keep an eye on the referee's count, you could get counted out and be the reason your team loses the match. I can see Byron making that mistake and ruining it for everybody. When a superstar is in a six-man match, one of the most important things to remember is knowing when to tag out and get the fresh member of your team in the ring. We've talked about continuity many times on this program, but it's more than that. You don't want to try to do too much when you have other members of your team out there. Senton connects.
Corey, you spoke about when a superstar is in six-man action and how crucial it is that they have the presence of mind to realize when they need to tag out. Not everyone who competes as part of a six-man team has the ability to do that. We've seen many times over the years that a superstar's inability to do that has cost their team the match.
We've also seen over the years that not all superstars play well with others. Some competitors are so dedicated to singles careers that when they are put in a six-man team, they become a bit lost. That's when a mistake could be made, and it could be very costly.
Dodges that one.
A high-risk maneuver in the works from that top turnbuckle.
Wow! Running senton!
Man, that's going to hurt.
And the slam!
Oh, what a boot.
I'd say Drew McIntyre's career is a story of 2 completely different chapters. McIntyre himself would tell you his first chapter didn't quite go as planned, but boy, chapter 2 is a whole nother story. Now with complete control.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Oh, and a backbreaker!
Right to the spine. We've arrived. It's about time. Look at this. Boom. Nice.
Scoop slam! What a strike! What an uppercut!
That'll cost some teeth.
Atomic drop!
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Atomic drop! Ooh! Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy. X-Flex, man!
I think this is the beginning of the end, Michael. Oh, man, can Tatanka recover from this?
Escapes trouble there.
We've arrived. It's about time. Boom. Game, set, match. This one is over.
Just as devastating the second time around.
And now Tatanka might be starting to feel the pressure.
And you know, all three of the superstars he's up against won't back down at any point during this match.
If his opponent's...
Oh, what a brain buster.
Oh, nasty.
Victory is on the horizon.
That should do it, Cole. There's no coming back from a slam of that magnitude. Nailed it.
Tatanka, just too quick.
Beautiful technique.
Takes him down in a major way, too.
Six-man tag team matches have been a staple of competition since the early days of sports entertainment. Two teams of three compete against one another under traditional tag team rules. Stipulations can be added like no disqualification, 2 out of 3 falls, elimination, falls count anywhere, or whatever else someone could think of. Matches can also be held in a caged environment.
What a stomp. Good grief. Oh, boy, he is rolling.
Six-man tags can be fought under so many different types of stipulations. Teams can be part of a faction, or 3 superstars of the line because of a common interest. The most crucial aspect to a six-man tag team being successful is that trio's ability to act as one cohesive unit. 3 individuals working collectively at all times.
So much can take place during a six-man tag match. Regardless of what type of match the teams of 3 are competing in, the members of that team must be on the same page. Oftentimes, the teams who have the best continuity are the most successful.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business.
In 2016, the New Day found themselves in the middle of a sick and twisted rivalry with the Wyatt family. Things escalated to the point where Bray Wyatt invited the New Day to do battle at the Wyatt family compound. New Day accepted, but what followed was something no one expected or will ever be able to forget.
Corey, we've talked about six-man tag matches, and earlier you talked about one that caught the attention of the entire sports entertainment world. The New Day fought for survival amongst the darkness of the Wyatt family compound in a battle where This could be the end!
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Looking helpless right now.
This could be the beginning of the end. Drew McIntyre gets out of the way.
No way! Astounding power!
This might be it!
Oh my!
Here's the cover. Easily kicks out of that one.
Too soon.
Power slam! There's the pin. Can his opponent kick out? And kicks out at 2.
What a kick out.
There are instances when a six-man tag match will feature a team where superstars have not always seen eye to eye or are in the midst of a disagreement. When that's the case, someone on the team must step up and be the voice of reason so the trio can function as a cohesive unit.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Vertical suplex.
Nice.
Will this be enough? Corey, earlier you talked about what needs to happen when members of a six-man team have differences or...
Going for the X-Flex, man!
Talk about taking care of business.
In a kick out.
Too soon.
What a strike.
Big move coming. Wait for it.
Looking for the exclamation point. Drew McIntyre faltering some.
Only a back suplex. Warm up the bus. This one is over.
To the bitter end. It's heating up now.
What a six-man tag match.